All right, guys, we're here at the Tamiya booth, and Tamiya is unveiling a new NSX kit. Now, this is the brand new NSX that's, I don't believe it's out for sale yet in the market, but it will be soon. And as you can tell by looking at this kit, it's got some really great lines. It's got some nice sharp lines. Look at that detail there in the door and the wheels. This is going to be a fantastic, great kit. All right, so let's take a look down here at the parts. So this isn't going to be just a curbside kit. This kit is going to have a bunch of parts for the interior, and also we're going to have, if you look on the white runner here, we have the parts for the engine. So you're going to have the parts for the engine, and I do believe we have the parts for the front motor as well, because remember guys, this is an all-wheel drive car. It has the engine in the back, but in front it's going to be powered by an electric motor like you see in the Teslas and those other cars. So looking at these parts, this is going to be a fantastic kit with some great detail. All right, next up we have the Kawasaki Ninja H2R. Now, this is a fantastic looking detailed kit here. This is also, I forgot to mention, this is 1/12 scale. So this is the same scale as most of the other bike kits that they have out there on the market. This one up there, that's nice and painted. It's all finished, it's great detail. And if you look on over here, they've got the cowling and the tank and the seat parts off. So you can kind of see the engine detail that they have in there. And look at that, you can see the frame and how all the parts are laid up in there. This is really a great looking kit. All right, armored fans, here we go. A new big release from Tamiya. So they had previously released an M40, but that was in a different scale. Now we're getting one in 35th scale, so same scale as the rest of the armored vehicle line. And as you can tell, this is a great looking kit. You're going to get some figures included with this kit, because this is an open armored vehicle, an open gun. So of course you can pose the figures as they are actually loading the guns and working the battle. Now this tank was actually based on the M4 Sherman. Now Tamiya recently released the EZ8 version of the M4 Sherman, so now they're coming out with another variation of the M4 Sherman. This is the U.S. Self-Propelled 155mm gun, the M40, and this does include some figures and all of the quality and detail we can expect from Tamiya.
Okay, I hope there's going to be at least a few other old guys out there who are as excited about this upcoming release from Hasegawa as I am. Hasegawa has announced that they are going to completely retool and do a brand new version of their Emily. This is officially the Kawanishi Type 2 large flying boat, much more commonly referred to as the Emily. It was a contemporary of the PBY Catalina and of course the short Sunderland from Britain. But although it wasn't on the winning side, it was actually a far better seaplane than either of those planes. In fact, it was one of the best seaplanes ever built in the world. The Japanese, of course, like Britain, being an island nation, have a great affinity for seaplanes, and this thing was great. In fact, back in the 1990s, I was actually involved in writing a book about this plane, and I've wanted to build the Hasegawa model of it ever since. But even then, the thing was 40 years old. I think the tooling of Hasegawa's current Emily is almost 50 years old. And now we're going to get a brand new state-of-the-art one. This aircraft is going to have detail in all the cockpit areas, everything that's going to be visible outside. I'm sure anybody who wants to power it up could replicate the full two-story construction, because this is one of the first aircraft that had a double deck layer throughout the fuselage of the airplane. It's also going to come with crew figures in some exciting positions, and they're going to market an etching part set for people who really want to detail it up. So at least here in Japan, and I hope around the world, there's going to be a lot of modelers very excited about this new Emily. You can see how big it's going to be, even in 72nd scale, because that was a very big airplane, and it's definitely going to be on my shelf. I hope sometime by, say, 2020.
All right, we're here at the Hasegawa booth now, and take a look at this car. Now, for our fans in America, this car maybe looks a bit familiar, but you probably don't know it by the name Jimny. That's because in a bunch of other markets around the world, this is the Suzuki Samurai. This is a very popular car during the late 80s and early 90s, before that whole rollover situation happened. But finally, we're getting a kit of this classic car in 1/24th scale from Hasegawa here. Now this is the JA11-5 model, and in Japan, I should say, this was actually a K car, so that's why it's kind of small. It came with a 3-cylinder engine. And we've got a nice detailed thing of the car there, and you can tell by the parts laid down, it's going to be a great car. Curbside kit, no engine. Hey guys, can you guess what this is going to be? I think those flat deck top parts might give it away. And let's go ahead and scroll on down here. That's right, it's going to be an aircraft carrier. And this is the IJN Junyo in 1/350th scale. Now, one interesting thing about this ship is when construction first started, it was not going to be an aircraft carrier. This was actually started off as a passenger liner called the Kashiwara Maru. But later, as the war started, the War Department took over construction and converted it into an aircraft carrier, which is what you see here. Looking at the parts, this is probably the biggest model they have here on display at the show. It's going to be a pretty big kit, but fans of the Japanese Navy during the war are going to want to buy this one. All right, here we are at the Aoshima booth now, and this is the biggest new release coming from them. It's the Pagani Huayra, I believe you pronounce it. Huayra. You say tomato, I say tomato. This is a great looking kit, as you can tell. The doors can be opened up there. It's got some great detail. And this is not going to be a curbside kit. This is going to be a kit that includes parts for the engine and the radiator and all the details in the front. You look down here at the front here. So Aoshima's been making some great supercar kits, and this looks to continue on with their line of great supercar kits there. It's the Lamborghini Diablo GT. This is another new kit coming here from Aoshima in 1/24th scale. Now this car in real life, I believe only 99 were actually made and sold only in Europe. So, of course you won't be able to buy one in real life, but you'll be able to build your own kit of one here. This is going to be a full detail kit, not just curbside. We're going to have parts for the engine and the full interior. Looks to be another great Lamborghini kit from Aoshima. All right, now we have a new Lamborghini. So before we had the Diablo, now we're going on to the newer stuff. This is the Aventador LP754 SV. This looks to be another great kit. We've got the hood and the doors that opens up, so not just a curbside kit, of course, just like the other ones, just like what Aoshima does. You got the engine, you got the interior. Those who love details, those who love Lamborghinis won't want to miss out on this one. All right, so moving on from cars, now we have a new release, and this is from the anime series Ars Nova, and I believe this is the new one, the Cadenza. So these are all new kits of both the Yamato and the Musashi. So you're going to be able to build whichever one you want, but you're going to have to buy, each kit comes with a different set of decals. So choose whichever one you would like. This is an all-new tool kit. So this isn't based on like a previously released Yamato kit and then just some parts changed to release the sci-fi version. This is all new. You're gonna get the full hull, which has the parts for the weird thrusters that they have on the bottom of this ship. And this looks to be another great kit from Aoshima. All right, so a new Royal Navy aircraft carrier is coming from Aoshima. So last year, I believe, they released the Hermes. Now they're back again with a new one. This one is the Illustrious. This one also saw action in the Pacific War. So of course, that's why a Japanese company would be making a model of it, of course. And here we are, this is the waterline model. We got some great looking detail with the British aircraft on top of the kit there. And fans of the Royal Navy, I know some of you have been wanting a new tool Illustrious ship for quite some time, and finally from Aoshima, here we have it. All right, we're here at the Fine Molds booth, and the big new kit coming from Fine Mold is going to be another Studio Ghibli kit, and this is from the anime Laputa. We're going to get the Tiger Moth pirate ship. This is a great looking kit. This is going to be 1/20th scale, and also with this kit, you're going to get an unpainted figure of Captain Dora. This looks to be another great release from Fine Molds. All right, so from Fine Molds this year, we're not really getting a whole lot in the way of new armor kits, but we are going to get the Type 95 Kurogane. This is In America, all of the World War II officers and soldiers would drive around in Jeep vehicles, but the Japanese armies, of course, they didn't have Jeeps. Instead, what they had was these rather stylish-looking staff cars. And this is actually an all-wheel drive vehicle, but it only had seats for 3 people, which kind of makes it a little bit unusual. But this looks to be, it's going to be another great kit. They don't have the production model here, but we got a 3D printed replica of what it's going to look like.
Hi, this is Brian at Beaver Corporation, showing you all the wonderful new import items we bring into Japan here and sell throughout the country. You can also order from HobbyLink Japan. And we're going to start over in this big shelf of good stuff here with a company from Australia called Horizon Models, and they're doing real space stuff. A couple months ago they put out the Mercury Atlas rocket, as you can see here, and a brand new kit that just hit the market is the Atlas missile, with the Mercury Atlas is based on that. This is the old Cold War, maintaining the peace with the nuclear thing and all that good stuff. So we got these 2 models from Australia, real space stuff. Now we're going to come down a little bit, and we got some new products from our buddies at Takom from China. This is some all new 1/35 scale stuff. We got a South African piece of armor over here. This is the G6 Rhino with a big 155mm cannon. Superb detail all over that thing. You come over here to the middle, we've got a little piece of German equipment here. This is a World War II Hanomag SS-100. It was famous for pulling the V2 rockets that we saw in World War II. We don't have a V2 yet, but apparently that's coming, so says Takom, in 1/35 scale. Scooting over here a little bit, this came out about a month ago. This is the ZSU 57-2 self-propelled anti-aircraft cannon. I think some countries are still using this, although it came out, I believe, in the late 50s, early 60s, 70s maybe. Anyway, extreme detail on the inside. Now, we want to talk about extreme detail on the inside of something. We're going to come down to the next shelf. These just came in last week. This is Takom's series of 3, count them 3, King Tigers from World War II. If anyone's an armor model, you're going to know what a King Tiger is, and we got 3 of them. Starting over here on the left, maybe, we've got the Porsche, the so-called Porsche turret. Purists will say they weren't called Porsche and Hensel during World War II, whatever. Modelers like to know what they're talking about, so we've got the Porsche turreted one here, and the Hensel turreted one in the middle, and then we've got the special 505 heavy tank battalion version on the right there. And as you can see from the middle guy here, these are all the interior is the same for all these kits. It's got a massively detailed interior set there. And I can't reach in here to pull it out, but another amazing thing about these kits is they've actually gone and made the armor thickness to scale. That's the first in any plastic model anywhere, I think. So the frontal armor you can see is very thick there. The sidewall armor, even all the armor on the turret floor, turret roof, everything is exactly to scale for the King Tiger. So these things are selling like hotcakes. I think we almost might even be out. It's time for a restock, folks. So yeah, check HobbyLink Japan for stock availability. These kits are excellent, and they just came out. And we're going to go down a little bit more. You can see we got a little Godzilla action over here. This is from our partners, Skunk Models Workshop. And this is not exactly a brand new item, but it's a new into the consciousness of people because it's in the new Godzilla movie, Shin Gojira. We got our little Shin Gojira here. He's a little upset. If you've seen the movie, you'll know why he's upset at Reapers. So this is the MQ-9 Reaper in 1/48 scale, 4,600 yen. You can get that from HLJ. Nice model. Now to the right here is a brand new set of missiles, Russian missile set from Skunk Model Workshops. That also just came out, 5,200 yen. You get a pile. You get enough missiles to load up three Russian aircraft, Su-33s, Su-27s. These will be applicable for all of those things. So yeah, this is a whole great big rack of all kinds of cool stuff from our buddies in Australia and China. So check it out. Introducing some more great stuff from some more of our buddies in China. This is from Amusing Hobby. They got a couple new things in the works here. This is the Rheinbote missile and the Rhein-Toxta R1 land-to-air missile. This is actually, what is this? This is land-to-land. This is land-to-air. Very complicated, very detailed kits of some late war Russian rockets and missiles that they were building. A brand new kit that's not out yet. Oh, these aren't out yet either. Is this, the Jagdpanther II German tank destroyer. This is supposedly coming out at the end of November, and this is an all-new tooling. It has, as you can see here, it's got workable suspension, working tracks, and great detail all throughout. This is one of those paper Panzer type things. I don't think it was ever actually produced, but you know, towards the end of the war, they were thinking of all kinds of crazy things, and this is one of them, with a, I think it's a 128mm gun. in there in a casemate type thing. So good new stuff coming from Amusing Hobby. This is all 1/35th, by the way. We're going to change the scale to 1/32 and go to the air for a minute, dropping down one thing. We showcased this a little bit at the Shizuoka show, and we still have this is the test shot. This is coming out this month. This is the B17EF. It's a combo kit. You can build one or the other from the kit, 1/32nd scale. You can see how huge all this is and all the detail in there. It's got markings for 3 aircraft, 1 B-17E and 2 B-17Fs. And it's got all the parts you need to make the different versions. The glazing on the front of the nose is different turrets, different cheek windows and all that kind of stuff. So this is from our good buddies at Hong Kong Models, if I didn't say. I think I forgot to say that, HK Models. And this is also supposed to be coming out this month. So great stuff from our partners at Amusing Hobby and Hong Kong Models in 1/35th and 1/32nd scale. Checking out the new stuff from Flyhawk. The big news is their 1/700th Hermes, the HMS Hermes, as it appeared in 1942. You've got the sprues laid out. You see it comes with photo-etched parts. It's convertible. You can make it waterline or full hull. Got a built and painted up version here. Got the parts breakdown over here. This is, well, it's actually on sale now. It came in just the other day. And it's a wonderful new kit, extreme detail. The hardest thing about this is when you try to pick it up, where do you actually grab it? Because there's so many fine photo etched detail parts everywhere. You got to be really careful when you're trying to move it around. So this is a great new kit from Flyhawk. Moving up a bit, Flyhawk is also well known for their amazing detail upsets. And here's one for the, who's this for? This is for the, this is the Nagato, sorry. I'd get it eventually. This is for the Hasegawa's 1/350th Nagato kit. And you can see it comes with a mess of photo etched, lots of brass parts, barrels and whatnot, wooden deck parts, and then a pile of resin pieces for the boats, all the different fittings on the ship there. So that's a massive set to take an already great kit to the next level. And scanning down to the very bottom, we've got some 1/72nd armor. This is a new version of the Panzer II Lux. With some added armor on there. Flyhawk has a series of 1/72nd Panzer I and Panzer II and Lux kits, and this is their next one coming up. You got the sprues laid out there, Lincoln length tracks, and some good stuff down there. So that's some great stuff, all coming from Flyhawk. Checking out the Airfix stuff now here. Beaver is the importer for Airfix here in Japan, and we've got on the left here the Beaufighter Mark 10. I forget what they call that, the thimble nose version there. Nice build-up kit here. That's coming soon. Airfix's new P40B. It's been a much-awaited kit. The P40B in 1/48 scale, extreme detail there. And speaking of extreme detail, we got another B-17. We saw the 32nd from HK over there. This is the upcoming 72nd B-17G from Airfix. Beaver employee Lance built this and did a cut. It doesn't come cut away like this. You got to do the cutting if you want to do that. It's just a regular kit, but Lance did the cutaway so you could see all the detail inside there, and it is very nicely detailed. That's coming at the end of October. And over here is, this one's been on sale for a little bit. It's a Gloucester Meteor F8, another one Lance built, very nicely I should say. That's available now. You can get that at HLJ. Dropping down here, we've got some of our Eastern European makers down here from AMG. We got a BF109 G12, like a trainer version. You can see it's got the double two-seater tandem cockpit there, so you can train in the back seat. We've also got a representative kit here that there'll be 4 different kits. This is a BF109B here, but it'll also build an A, B, C, or D. You can make any one of those from this. Different propellers, different cowls, all kinds of different options in there. This is also from AMG. Another interesting item from AMG is this Japanese pilot figure. Japanese pilot in 1/16 scale, and he's got a little kitten on there. Thought he was holding a mouse, but he's just holding a little cat toy. So that's kind of a nice figure of a Japanese World War II pilot. Moving over to Sweden, these are our buddies from Tarangas Models, and this is the SK61 SA Bulldog, and there's actually 2 versions of this in 1/48. It's very small, but this is actually 1/48 scale. As you can tell by the cockpit there, big cockpit, small plane. Very nice kit. That's it also just came out and is available on HLJ. And moving over, it's one of our brand new partners is Micromir, and they've got this very cool Soviet submarine Project 628 that they were doing tests with a V1 based looking missile rocket system on the back there. This is the 10XN anti-ship missile, I guess. So yeah, we're very proud to be working with Micromir as well and bringing in their vast selection of very interesting subjects, like this one here in 1/350th scale. Coming soon.
Yeah, this is a new super detail set from Ka Models from Korea for Merit International's 1/200th Mikasa, which was, of course, the Japanese flagship at the Battle of Tsushima Strait during the Russo-Japanese War in 1906. It's an amazing set. You see, it even has anti-torpedo netting, all the gun barrels, wood deck, anchor chains. It's everything you would want to build a top quality museum grade replica of the Mikasa from the Merit kit. And here's Wingnut Wings' latest officially announced release, the Sopwith Camel, the iconic airplane flown by ace Beagle pilots everywhere. This is supposed to be coming by the end of the year. Price is not yet set, but it'll probably be comparable to other Wingnut Wings kits of this size. Has an amazingly well-detailed cockpit, as we've come to expect from them. It's a classic aircraft, and it'll definitely be a classic kit. Okay, and from Latvia, that hotbed of aircraft modeling, of Copper State Models, which is a well-established brand. They've actually been around for a couple of decades. They started with resin kits, have now gone with full injection plastic kits. In the front here we have the Sopwith Dolphin, which was their first injection kit, which is now on sale. Doing very well, it's a very popular kit. Amazingly well detailed. And building on that, they've gone to, in the back here, we have a brand new release from them, the Caudron G4 heavy bomber. It's a French aircraft from World War I, which looks to be every bit as good as the Dolphin in terms of detail, and this should be on sale beginning of November at HobbyLink Japan. Now, Copper State Model has also been well known for a very long time for their resin kits and detail parts. They have completely remastered the engines for the Revell 128th World War I series. Starting here at the front, we have an Oberursel UR2 for the Fokker DR1 triplane, the Clogère 9B for the Sopwith Camel, a BMW D3A for the Fokker D7, and the Hispano-Suizo BE engine as used in the SPAD 13. These are all resin detail sets with photo etched parts. Amazing detail. As I said, they've just been completely remastered, are coming back, and we're very happy to have them.